Hello and welcome to this guide about the best fighter in Mobile Legends of Season 21. In this video we'll discuss 5 strong fighter heroes that are all great to use in certain situations. As a follower of this channel, you understand that choosing the right hero in the right situation is one of the most important aspects that can increase your chance of winning significantly. Therefore, I'll explain why those heroes are great to use, in which situations you should pick them, and when you might avoid playing them. You can use this information to make sure you play the best fighter, so let's start right away. The very first hero on this list is Fuvius. This hero is a mage-based fighter and gets banned frequently because of his strong and annoying skills. He can deal a good amount of magic damage against multiple enemies from a close distance with his first skill. This skill will add a maximum of 3 charges, so he can deal damage 3 times in a small period of time. Then you also gain a shield when hitting an enemy hero with this skill, which contributes to the sustainability of Fuvius. This second skill doesn't deal that high damage, but it can be casted from a distance. By casting the skill, Fuvius summons an Astroid's Eye that can deal magic damage and after 1 second pulls all enemies towards the center. The thing that makes Fuvius such a powerful hero is of course his ultimate. His ultimate doesn't get active until an enemy in his sight gets moved by blinking or charge skills. It also works when an ally uses a skill to knock back or pull an enemy, like the Spear of Moskov. Fuvius can then use his ultimate to jump towards the enemy to deal a big amount of magic damage while also gaining a shield. The skill can be casted again within 12 seconds every time an enemy uses blink skills again. You probably understand that this is very powerful against enemies with a lot of blink skills. I suggest you buy the concentrated energy on Fuvius, so this high damage will heal you. Also, the Oracle is a great item for Fuvius. Both of them contribute to an increased sustainability, which is very important for a strong Fuvius. I recently made a complete guide about explaining all mage, tank and attack items. If you want to learn which items you should combine to create your own build, I highly suggest you check the guide. I'll leave a link in the description. Fuvius is strong against the very mobile heroes. The more blink and charge skills they have, the stronger Fuvius is. This makes him a very wise pick against heroes like Wenwen, Cho, Ling, Fanny and Lancelot. He can be even stronger if your team also has heroes that can knock back or pull enemies. Heroes like Moskov, Diggy, Franco and Sicilian are great heroes to have in your team, so Fuvius is able to cast his ultimate frequently. He isn't the best hero if the enemy team doesn't have a lot of heroes with blink skills. Also, items or abilities that reduce the healing and shield effect are quite effective against Fuvius. Don't pick him against heroes like Basha or heroes that often use anti-heal items like Liu Yi, Rafaela, Cyclops and Nana. I think Fuvius is one of the best fight heroes at the moment, especially if you need to counter heroes with annoying blink skills. Then another hero that's very powerful at the moment is Roger. This hero mainly gets played as a jungler, where he can be one scary hero to match up against. Roger has 2 forms that both have different skills. He can change forms by using his ultimate. You can play him as a human, which makes his basic attack slow down enemies, and you can play him as a wolf, which deals increased damage based on the lost HP of the enemy when using basic attack. By playing him in a human form, Roger is able to use his gun as his basic attack, which means you can attack the target from a distance. His first skill shoots a net that reduces the movement speed, followed by a bullet that reduces the physical defense of the target. His second skill increases his movement speed by 40% for 2.5 seconds. Then you can use his ultimate to jump on a target to slow his movement speed by 80%, deal a good amount of damage and turn into the wolf again. When playing as a wolf, you can only attack enemies from a close distance with your basic attack. His first skill deals damage to 3 enemies, while Roger isn't able to get attacked. A kill or assist will reduce the cooldown of this skill by 80%. Then we got his second skill, which increases his attack speed by 40% for 5 seconds. If there is any enemy hero with less than 40% HP nearby, he also gains 50% movement speed. Finally, he can use his ultimate again to jump away to play as a human again. This will also gain a shield for 1.5 seconds. Roger has a lot of skills, which makes him a hero that you have to get used on. It can take a few matches before understanding his mechanics, but if you master this hero, I'm sure this hero can make kills easily. His high movement speed, good amount of damage and slow effect can take out enemies easily. He's especially strong against the less mobile heroes. You only have to hit one of the slow effects and can then easily kill the target. This makes him a wonderful pick against heroes like Gord, Layla, Sicilian, Estes and Aurora. He will be even better if your team consists of heroes with strong CC skills, so it gets even easier to hit the enemies. Roger gets even stronger with heroes like Tigreal, Selena, Nana and Angela in your team. Of course, Roger also got his weaknesses. He is quite strong against the squishy heroes, but isn't that powerful against durable heroes. Heroes with good defense and high HP can take a lot of time to kill. Therefore be careful against heroes like Beleric, Hylas, Sylvana and Akai. Overall, it's a great fight hero that can take out squishy enemies almost as fast as an assassin can. I highly suggest you check Roger out if you want to master a strong fighter hero. Another fighter that we definitely need to see in this list is of course X-Borg. This hero is such a powerful fighter because of several reasons. The main one is of course his deadly flamethrower. With this skill he can deal high amounts of true damage against multiple enemies. When positioning right, X-Borg is able to deal huge amount of damage even against tanks because of the true damage. Some spell vamp will also benefit X-Borg, since the high area of effect damage makes him gain a lot of HP back when attacking. This makes him a very sustainable hero. Another cool thing about X-Borg is his ultimate. This skill is the true nightmare of any squishy hero with the lack of an escape skill. You just have to aim right once to slow down the target and the continuous damage will destroy the enemy. If it still has some HP left, the explosion on the end of the skill will definitely take the enemy down. I really like X-Borg because he is just a dangerous hero if he manages to get close easily. Therefore high movement speed can be useful, so I suggest you pick the War Axe and Brute Force Chestplate to get some extra movement speed from the passive effects. It's a lot easier to chase enemies, so they get heating up and you can deal true damage against them. I especially like to play X-Borg when having a team that's able to CC and center the enemies. Heroes like Tigreal, Ruby and Sicilian can get heroes together, so X-Borg can deal high amounts of damage with his first skill and his ultimate. This combination makes X-Borg one of the strongest heroes in teamfights. He also is a strong pick against heroes with lack of escape skills. This makes it easier to chase down enemies and burn them to the ground. Pick him against heroes like Estes, Mia, Iritol, Eudora and Vil. X-Borg is a great pick in a lot of situations, but there are a few kind of heroes that can counter him easily. That mainly are heroes with high attack range and heroes that deal a big amount of damage. This way they can get the shield down quickly, which makes X-Borg a lot weaker and not able to cast his ultimate. I suggest you be careful if the enemy team choose heroes like Leslie, Clint, Layla, Beatrix and Sicilian. Overall, X-Borg is a great hero that can easily wipe enemies in a teamfight. He is one of the best ones to pick at the moment. So the fourth hero on this list is Bane, and please let me explain why this hero is such a great pick at the moment. Bane can be played on two ways, as magic based or physical based fighter. I prefer him to play as a physical based one, but sometimes when I already chose Bane, but we have two less magic based heroes in our team, I change his emblems and build and play him as a mage. Bane has great abilities, which start with his passive. This will get him 1 stack when casting a skill, which can stack up to 2 stacks. 1 stack is released when using basic attack, which deals increased physical damage to all enemies in the area. This makes him able to deal a lot of damage in teamfights. Then we got his first skill, which is very powerful when you play him as a physical based hero. Casting the skill will then shoot a cannon that deals physical damage to the first unit it hits. Then the cannon bounces to an enemy, dealing 150% damage. But if the first damage kills the unit, it will deal 200% instead, which is a very big amount when having a lot of physical damage. But it gets even better. The skill also slows enemies, which is based on the total magic amount. Lastly, he also decreased the cooldown reduction by 5% for every 100 physical attack you have. By building a big amount of physical attack, you can deal a huge amount of damage while having a very low cooldown. Then we have his second skill, which is more mage based and consists of two parts. By casting the skill, Bane gains HP, which is based on his magic power, and 50% increased movement speed for 2.5 seconds. Then he can deal magic damage in a fan-shaped area in front of him, which increases by the amount of time he waits until casting it. This skill's cooldown is reduced by 7% for every 100 magic power it has. When playing him as a mage, this is very powerful skill, which heals a big amount, increases the movement speed and deals a big amount of damage. And finally we have his ultimate. This skill will summon some sharks in certain direction. The skill deals both physical and magic damage and knocks the target airborne for 0.4 seconds and slows them by 65% afterwards. The cool thing is that the skill also deals damage against turrets, which can help to get it down quickly. He is quite strong against all enemies with short attack range. Heroes like Terizla, Claude, Joe and Eudora should be scared of Bane. He also goes very well with heroes that can center the enemy, since Bane can deal a big amount of area of effect damage. Heroes like Ruby, Fulvius, Tigreal and Cecilion can get the enemies together, so you can start taking them down altogether. A weakness of Bane are CC heroes, because this enables him to cast his skills and deal high damage. Be careful against heroes like Selena, Aurora, Nana and Angela. Overall, I think Bane is one of the best fighters and can be a strong pick both as a physical and mage based hero. The very last hero is Ruby. She is one of my all-time favorite fighter heroes because she has great CC skills, can be played as offensive as well as a defensive fighter, but also deals a good amount of damage, which is very useful combined with her high spell vamp. The Endless Battle is perfect for her, because her skills have a very low cooldown reduction. This can increase her damage by a big amount, especially when she has 40% cooldown reduction. I also suggest you pick the War Axe, Oracle and another item to get the maximum of 40% cooldown reduction. Even without a lot of defensive item, she has a high amount of physical and magic defense because of her passive. That's because she can get up to 118 physical and magic defense after casting skills. Every skill she casts will make her jump a small distance, which increases her defense. This can stack up 3 times, and at level 15 it adds 118 physical and magic defense, which is a huge amount. Then we got the high spell vamp, because her lifesteal gets converted into spell vamp. Again, combined with the high cooldown reduction, she can keep using her skills, which heals her big amounts. This makes her especially strong in teamfights, since her skills all deal area of effect damage. And you probably already guessed it, but Ruby is also strong with heroes that can center the enemy, because this maximizes her damage. But also heroes that deal big amounts of damage are great in combination with Ruby, since she can CC them very well. She is a great pick together with heroes like Tigreal, Beatrix, Cecilion, Layla and Eudora. She's also great against the less mobile heroes, since she can stay close easily. Heroes like Layla, Mia, Gord and Iratel can be taken out very easily. There are also a few heroes that are dangerous for Ruby. Be careful against long range heroes or heroes that decrease the healing effect. Bastia, Leslie, Clint and Nana can be quite strong against Ruby. Overall, I think Ruby is a very strong pick and is one of my favorite heroes to have in a team fight. These were the 5 best fight heroes of Season 22. Which hero still misses in this list? Please let me know in the comments which one you would add. As always, thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you again in the next guide.